Hello, everybody. My name is Danny,
My name is Tracy.
and we have just had a delivery of all the new foundation and skin tints that Arbonne is. So we haven't opened them yet. We thought we'd open them live on video. Now, we've both actually got makeup on today. Well, I've got a full face of makeup, and you've got the
I've
veil
just got the
on,
veil on, yeah.
which is this, by the way. I brought this down. So we're going to take our makeup off, and then we're going to try the skin tints and the
Yeah.
foundations. So to remove makeup, I personally love the cleansing balm. You can use Arbonne's makeup remover, but personally, I think the cleansing balm is the best product. I'll leave the spatula there for you. So I've got a full face of makeup on today, which is primer, foundation, but not the new foundation, the old foundation, which
Still looking fancy.
scraping little bits
Wow.
out. And then contouring, eyeshadow, everything basically. So this will show you how easy it is to take this off. So how excited are you about the makeup, Tracy?
Well, I've been stalking every white van that's gone past the house. So I live, for anyone that doesn't know, I live across the road from Danny. And I knew that Danny had ordered these yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. And I said, I hope they come tomorrow.
And I went out this morning and I got home and I'd had a delivery. So the first thing I did was message Danny and be like, have you had a delivery? Has yours come? And she's like, no. So
And then I was asking you questions. I was like, did you order yesterday? Yeah. Why has yours come and mine hasn't? I couldn't wrap my head around it.
And I was like, I didn't order it. I was like, mine's from a Saturday order.
So I was like, that's okay then. That's okay then.
She thought I'd got specialist treatment.
I did. I was like, well, why did you get yours and I didn't get mine?
And but I hadn't ordered the foundations, just so everyone knows. And then, yeah, so then I was like, literally every time a white van come, Danny even sent me a video earlier.
Because I thought it was pulling up. So I started doing a video going, oh, it's here, it's here. And I went to go out the front door and he drove off, didn't he? What wasn't coming out. I was like, oh, false alarm. But I thought the video was so funny. I'd send it to you anyway. Did you think that was it?
I did. I was
yeah.
like, oh my God. And then I'd gone, I can't remember what I was doing. I was doing something at home and I went back and I'd had 3 missed calls on my phone, all from Danny.
What are you doing?
I don't know what I was doing, but I didn't have my phone near me. I think we might have been moving the cars around. Okay. Neil was washing Lauren's car because I'd moaned it was dirty. So yeah, and I come in and I'm like, I've had 3 missed calls and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to call. I said,
did you know?
Well, I was like, I've got to call Danny back. So I've had 3 missed calls.
It's either the foundation or something really serious
has
happened.
I was like, I'm not sure if it's not the foundation. I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that it's called me 3 times. But it was the foundation. So I was like, oh, and we were literally both of us, weren't we? Like tea was 5 minutes away. So it's like, right, straight after tea.
Yeah. I was like, come round, yeah. And what had happened in the meantime is my delivery had been delivered, but it had gone to next door to Diane. So thank you so much. So literally was stood at the door. I was like, oh my God, but she was like,
I don't know if you can see, mine's come off. There's not loads on mine because I've only got, like I say, only got the veil on, but yours has all come off as well, hasn't it?
But right. Do you want to do a bit of toner or not?
Yeah.
There you go. A little bit of toner.
I don't always tone, I'll be totally honest, but
do you not?
No.
Tone.
I know you've
corrects
got,
the pH of your skin and gets it all prepared for the serum.
And do you know why I think I don't? Because it's not in a spray bottle.
Yeah.
That's my only downfall with it, is it just feels it's not in a spray bottle.
Bit of serum.
This is my favourite.
Go. Love this skincare set. I'm speeding ahead of you, sorry.
No,
little tip for the eye cream is to use the little end of your spatula, scoop out small amount on the little end of your spatula, put it on your ring finger, and then just go around the orbital bone. And then if you have any extra left over, I just like to go around the lips. Do you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
So I feel like that's obviously got to be a similar sensitivity.
And obviously it's used all the time, isn't it? Your mouth, especially yours.
But my daughter told me after talking too much to people the other day.
No, you're lovely and friendly. And then the last one, a little bit of moisturiser. So this is a new moisturiser here. So I don't need a lot of that. Thank you, Tracy. And then we can start opening this amazing foundation set, which I am so excited about. So when I first started Arbonne, which was 11 years ago, I was a MAC foundation user, similar price point to what Arbonne foundation was. However, the MAC foundation I was using would literally just slide off my face. That's what I thought all foundation was. I didn't actually realise there was any difference. So it would just slide off my face. It wouldn't last till the end of the day. It was greasy. It made my skin problematic. And I was just covering my problematic skin. And so when I tried the Arbonne foundation, I couldn't believe, like, it basically is it's basically skincare, but with colour pigments in. And it does, well, I haven't tried this yet. We're going to try this next. But the old foundation, it was just like putting skincare on with the coverage.
So I don't wear a lot of foundation. I never have. I like to wear it when I go out. I like a bit more coverage when I go out.
Yeah.
But I find, especially because I think it's because I use such good skincare, using the veil is enough coverage for me in the
Yeah,
day.
which is this one here, and this has got an SPF in it as well.
And that's why I use it for the SPF. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I'm liking these, a tint will go on top of that normally, and then a
I
foundation
don't know
for
how to open
evening.
these without ruining the boxes. I think I should get a little knife or something.
Yeah, it might look more professional for when we're using them.
Yeah.
Let's just go through it. So we'll see, we're well prepared.
No, we're not prepared at all, are we? There
We were too excited to get
too excited.
prepared.
Yeah, you're lucky that I ate my tea and waited for you because I was so excited to try them. Obviously, if you're just buying one foundation, you can just open this yourself, but we're going to be using these for testers. So I just want to keep the boxes nice. You obviously don't need to get a knife to open these. Okay. Right. I'm really excited.
Well, the first thing is I love the package. I love the packaging. It looks, doesn't it look sleek?
Let's have a look.
It looks sleek. It looks,
Oh.
let me do the.
Yeah.
I think it looks quite.
Oh, take that off.
Are
Take the
you
lid off.
getting excited about this?
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's quite nice, isn't it?
So easily pleased.
It's got
Danny
like,
and
it's
I
got
here.
it's an experience with your foundation.
No, that's not.
It is, isn't it? And it's
Like
got,
I say, the box
I
goes
don't know how
in.
to describe. It's like an air.
It is like an airlock, so it's sort of
The old one didn't do that. just so
basically it's
everyone
not going
knows.
to fling off anywhere.
Do you know what? I think I'll keep the lid because with the old ones, I just used to take the lid off and throw it away. Well, recycle it, not throw away, but I think I might keep the lids on there. Right, are we going to try one?
Right, so we've got a colour match, and so the best place to colour match is around your chin area.
Yeah.
So not the back of, so everyone colour matches on the back of the hand, because I think a lot of the time when you go into shops and things, obviously you can't take all your makeup off and start putting it on your face. So people tend to put it on the back of the hands, but you can see my hand is a totally different colour from my face.
Yeah.
So that's quite often why you think you've colour matched in a shop, and then you get home and actually when you've got it on your face, you're like, it's not the right colour.
So I've already looked at the information as to which foundation colour I am according to what my old one was, which was soft blush. So if you were soft blush, then apparently according to this, you are light, medium, cool. So I'm going to give this a try.
And like I say, I never really use a lot of foundation, so I have no idea what colour.
So are you going for a skin tint then?
I'm going to go for a skin tint,
Okay.
but I think I'm going to pop the veil on first. So I'm going to do it as if. So the skin tint, I think eventually, I think I'm right, and this is going to replace the CC.
Yes.
So currently we still have the CC, but I think the plan is eventually it will replace it as a CC. And I'm thinking light or medium.
I think medium for you, maybe.
I'm thinking maybe, especially summer, I should be getting a bit
darker. Right. Should we go for it then?
I'm going to go this one. I'm going to go this first. So
right. So does this work straight away? Sometimes you have to turn the bottom. I'm just going to say, oh no, there we go. Okay. Definitely a little bit different to the last one, the old foundation. Right, let's give this a little try. And you can either use obviously your hands, but I also brought you've got the blending sponge, haven't you? And also brought a brush, depending on how you want to put your makeup on. So let's have a look. Oh yeah, you can't even see that. Well, you can't on there. Let me get a mirror. Oh yeah,
I know it feels a bit strange looking at it through, like, so we're looking at ourselves in the camera.
Yeah, I'd say that was a really good colour. That just blends in, doesn't it? Obviously, I need to properly blend it in, but
yeah, no, it does look good on you.
Right, I'll use the
brush. That's a really nice colour.
It's it feels like skincare. If I didn't know this is what I'd put on and you were putting it on me with my eyes shut, I'd have thought you'd just put a moisturiser on me. That's how it feels. It just feels really clean, really breathable. It doesn't feel cloggy, just really light. It doesn't feel like how most people feel like foundation feels. And it's funny because I said to my 13-year-old who uses all Arbonne products, but she's not really into makeup yet, not properly anyway. And I said, oh, we've got the new foundations. And she said, why would people even wear foundation? Like that's how she doesn't obviously understand that most women do wear foundation, obviously if they want to, they don't have to, but her skin is so good because of these products, and her friends have given her some of their foundation which is cloggy and heavy. She's like, why would you even want to wear this? So
I think that's quite often why I don't wear it. Do you know, we should have had a camera so I could take a picture of your face.
Yeah,
we live and learn these things.
Yeah, I'll have to get Ivana, my daughter, to try. Yeah, I'd say it's really breathable, really light. Not heavy at all, I would say. sort of going into all the little crevices really nicely. So what I love about all of this is it's clean makeup. There's zero nasties. And although I wouldn't recommend anybody goes to sleep at night with their makeup on, if you did go to sleep with this makeup on,
So if you had a drunken night,
you'd be absolutely fine. Your makeup wouldn't be top of your worry list. Going to sleep in your makeup, you'd be absolutely fine. It wouldn't make you break out. It's not ideal, but you'd be fine. Gosh, yeah. That's really good, isn't it?
It's really nice coverage. So when I first came round, Danny had got all her makeup on and she went, actually, I don't want to take it off today because I feel like, I feel quite nice. I've made quite an effort.
Yeah, I did.
But
that's lovely.
That looks, I mean, all you've done is put the foundation on.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't done anything else.
It is a really nice coverage.
That is lovely, yeah.
It's a nice glow.
I'll see if I can get a bit closer. We've got two cameras going on here. It's hard to see, isn't it?
It is hard to see on the cameras, to be fair.
But if I was to go out now, I'd be happy with that. Yeah. I'd be happy, yeah. That's lovely.
So I'm going to try the tint. The tint actually comes with, it's like a pipette. Yeah. So bear with me. When I was in
Arizona last week, which is in America, that sounds really obvious, doesn't it? But when I first earned a trip to Arizona, I didn't know where it was. I was like, oh great, I've earned a trip with Arbonne to Arizona. Where is it? It's in America. Anyway, their makeup launched before ours did. And they were saying about these, and they were saying, oh, it comes with, a really nice dropper. And I said, oh, pipette. And they were like, what? I was like, a pipette? They were like, what? And I was like, it's called a pipette. And then I started to question myself. I was like, hang on.
Is that what it's called?
Let me just check that I haven't made that up. Googled it. And the UK do say pipette, but the Americans say dropper. They've got no idea what pipette is.
There's a lot of words like that, though, we find when we go to conference. Now I've sort of opened this. I don't know if it is my right colour at the moment because it looks like it could be a bit darker.
We'll try a bit on and then if not, you can use the light.
So I'm like, if I put it on, how would you do it? Would you just like put it like that?
Yeah, and I would. Oh no, that's a bit too dark for you. Yeah, it's a bit too dark. Use one of these.
I mean, you can't really see on
that. No, but it is a little bit on the dark side. So you want this one really?
That's summer one then, maybe.
Yeah, that's your summer one. Just gonna try it on. I know I'm not colour matching on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna see what it feels like.
So what's the?
It's a little bit thinner than the foundation. It's got a bit more of a sparkle to it as well. It's got a bit more of a glow to it than the foundation. Yeah, much better. That blends straight in.
Sorry, I can't even feel that, to be fair, on my skin.
Yeah, I would say I'll try and put a bit of foundation and a bit of the skin tint on my hand, see if we can see the difference. So that's the foundation. I would say the skin tint, probably should have done a more similar colour actually. So the foundation is a little bit heavier and the skin tint is a little bit thicker. No, thinner. Sorry, thinner.
It's really light.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got the thing in front of me, but literally, I've put that.
It's got a shimmer to it as well. The skin tint.
Like you said, it doesn't feel. It even feels a bit lighter. I would say.
If I was putting that on you with your eyes shut, would you think I was just putting moisturiser on? Because that's how it felt for me.
I'd say, this might even feel more serumy. How the serum a bit lighter.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, it does feel like that. You're absolutely right, actually.
I feel like that's given.
Now you've said that, yeah, it does feel more like serum than it does moisturiser. Yeah.
That's definitely, I would say, my colour as well.
Yeah, that's lovely. It's really clear complexion, really even coverage.
Yeah. That didn't take a lot of work to get it to blend in as well, which I think is a good sign.
Yeah.
When you're having to blend, you put it on and all of a sudden you're having to blend all the way up and down your neck and everything's all over the place.
Yeah.
It's that feels really nice coverage. Now I'm going to put, because you can use both of these together, so you can do like.
Yeah.
So would you do?
I'm going to try and do a little tiny bit of contouring.
Contouring with
just
the dark.
A tiny bit, yeah, just with the darker. What were you going to say? Sorry.
So if you're using them together, would it be tint first? So I don't wear loads of makeup, so I don't know these things. Would it be tint first and moist and foundation?
Why would you wear them together?
Well, they've said, haven't they, that they can be worn together.
Yeah, but like if it was me, I would do it for contouring. Like a lighter one and a darker one. But what are you thinking? Are you thinking like a concealer?
I suppose I was just thinking of what shade foundation would I have. So I've found my tint. I've just come to shade myself.
Shade yourself, yeah.
So I can order.
Are you a bit warmer than me? Maybe that one, maybe? I haven't took that one out yet, but mine was the one before that. Would you say your skin was a bit warmer than mine? Would you say? Look at that. That's lovely, isn't it?
That's
Just for a
blended.
little,
That's blended really well.
yeah, just for a little bit of contouring.
Yeah.
That's really nice. That was the
So that
darker
was, oh, and that was the tint.
skin tint, yeah, and that's obviously a little bit lighter. So then you could use a light a light tint, which is the lightest. Has it got the colours on them?
I think it is that one fair that you've got there, because this has got my handprint on it.
Light.
Yeah.
What's this one?
So that one's fair.
Fair.
Yeah, so that's the lightest one.
Yeah. So then you could use this if you were contouring. Do you know what, Tracy? It's been ages since I contoured.
Well, I'm
just getting makeup on.
looking at you
It's so long.
in awe. I have to keep putting my glasses
I'm not
on,
even
so
sure I
can
remember
see.
where it all goes. No, it's been a while. But look at that, that's just blended beautifully. And that's just with my fingers.
Yeah.
Obviously not even using a sponge there, just to blend that
Do you
in.
want the sponge?
No, that's fine. That's lovely, that is.
Yeah,
Look at
need,
that. That's really
yeah.
nice.
That does need
a little bit more effort to it.
Just, there you go.
Yeah.
That's fine. You could just see a line.
Yeah.
I know you're not going out.
Yeah.
I couldn't see you going out like that.
That is lovely. I would be really happy with that. I'd be really happy. That's lovely.
They have blended in really, really well. I'm just putting a bit
So
of
you
this
can
on
try a
top.
bit of foundation.
I don't have to try it on top. Should I try it on top?
One thing that we didn't do, a bit naughty really, was we didn't put primer on, but that's because we were
I
too
did,
excited.
I
You did. I didn't. So I actually would have put primer on first, or the veil, either or. But I'd say this primer is amazing. If you don't already have it, it's an incredible product.
I think that might be a bit dark.
It's got little like hyaluronic spheres in it. And what happens is when you put the primer on, those little spheres go into all the crevices over your face. So then when you put the foundation on top, you've got a really even palette to work with. So the primer is definitely a must. And we do also have concealer, which you could buy separately, or if you're using a skin tint, you could use a little bit of that, whichever you prefer. If you buy 2 of the new foundations, either 2 skin tints, 2 foundations, or 1 of each, at the minute, and this is only a temporary offer, you get the Speaks Volumes mascara for free, which is a lovely mascara. So this is my new one. I got this for free. I'm working in an optician's. You can imagine how many horror stories I've got from people, especially women, with what they were putting around their eyes. All of our products are ophthalmologist tested. This is the first, Arbonne was the first company that did a mascara that I found didn't make my eyes sting. So I love this mascara. This is my one, otherwise we wouldn't be. You don't want any of this, do you?
No. So again, I don't think you can see, but I've just done foundation on this half of my face.
Oh, let's have a look.
So I've gone foundation this half.
Yeah,
and then
I can see that.
tint.
Yeah, one's a little bit
yeah,
heavier than the
this has
other.
definitely got a heavy. It doesn't feel heavier on my skin at all, but it feels more coverage, obviously, than what this size does. This is just the tint. So I think for me, that's definitely, the tint would be a daytime thing, unless I'm like at an event and putting a bit more makeup on.
Yeah.
And then the foundation, and that was what. I'll put my glasses on again now to find what colour it was.
It was medium warm.
Yeah, so I've gone for medium warm on there, and I think that is about the colour.
Look at that. When you just turn there and it's completely blended. There's no line. That's a complete blending.
When I first put this on, I was a bit like, oh, is it a bit dark?
No.
But, you know, it blends in really well. I think
you wouldn't even know.
It might even sort of like blend, you know, like the CC cream does.
Yes.
And like the tints do. They blend with the tones of
technology
your
in them.
skin anyway.
Yes.
Which makes you think, try something. Just,
you're going to go.
It's not, so.
The wrong colour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this has got, so that's got more of a warm, sorry, I've got.
Sorry, don't worry, I know, it's terrible.
It's that's more of like a brownie tint. This one's more of a pinky ready, which is, I wouldn't say with my undertone at all.
And while she gets that out, if you do order any of these and they're not the right colour, Arbonne do a full 90-day money back guarantee. So if you got it and you say you've ordered a couple because you weren't sure and you were like, right, it's this one, the one that it's not, even if you've tested it and used it, you can actually return it for a full money back guarantee, which I think is amazing. Okay, we're going to put the wrong one on then, just so we can all see.
This is what I think. I think it's the wrong one, but
look at all those paw prints on my mirror. You can see it. Yeah. It's not you, it'll be from the kids grabbing it. But you should see my windows at the back, they're just covered in baby prints.
I think the point I was trying to make is, I don't know if you can see it properly on the camera.
No, it blends really well.
It still blends well.
It still blends really well, yeah.
Say.
Oh, I thought you were going to say,
no,
this is the wrong colour.
No,
I was like, no, it actually blends in really well.
That isn't a shade I would buy, but that's the point I was making, is that it does actually blend with your skin.
Yeah.
So let's go for one that definitely isn't my colour and see how
The
that blends together.
darkest.
This is the one I want to blend with my skin when I've been on holiday. And I'll put that on my forehead. I've not put any up there.
Okay.
So with this, when I'm using them as well, because I'm just testing, I've just done like one little splodge, which is more than enough. So yeah, that's definitely not my colour.
No.
Yeah. Let's just see though when you blend.
If it blends it.
Like there's a lot on there.
Yeah. Looks like you've been to the sunbed
That's
in
what I say. This is
suntan.
my.
Yeah. Still blends though.
But
Even though it's definitely the wrong colour, it
Yeah.
still blends really well.
And it doesn't feel.
When you consider, look, how dark that is compared to how it's blending in.
If this is all if I'd taken this and then a lighter one,
Yeah.
you could mix and match
Yeah.
them. But I just wanted to see when you've got the wrong colour,
Yeah.
it doesn't look cakey.
No,
It looks
doesn't.
long.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it doesn't look cakey.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm actually recording myself looking like this. I look like an Oompa Loompa. There we go, guys. Next World Book Day. This is your colour.
There you
for your
go.
Oompa
That's the
Loompas.
one. Right. So all we would say is make sure you get your hands on the foundation or the skin tint. If you get two, you get a free mascara. And we're excited. I'm excited. I can't wait to get up tomorrow and put my makeup on.
And for anyone that wants to colour match like we've done, there will be the opportunity to do that next Friday, won't there?
Yeah, if you're local.
So yeah, if you're local to Melton Mowbray, there will be that opportunity to do that.
There will indeed.
So yeah, if you're excited to do that, let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Bye.